Greetings. This is the Grumpy Old Slan, and I'm with Intellectual Quandary, and today we're going to play the Labynoir, another one of the choose your own adventure games that was published in Jeux, Stratégie. But before we do, IQ, I understand this past weekend was a first for you. You went to the UK.
Indeed.
You went to the UK Games Expo. How was that?
I did. It was my first time going to a convention. I got to meet some of the guys that we normally game with and chat with. And it was really good. Everyone was absolutely lovely. The con was absolutely ram-packed, though. There were so many people. At some points, you couldn't even move.
Mhm.
But there was a lot of stalls with a bunch of varying stuff. I got to meet Ian Livingstone and Jonathan Green, who are two of the guys responsible for the Fighting Fantasy game books. So that was
Yeah,
cool for
wow.
me, having a little fanboy moment.
Yeah, you're a big
I
fan
got
of those
myself.
books. So
I am. Yeah, they're what got me into this whole genre, I guess you could say.
mhm.
I got my own set of dice, so that's my first ever set of nerd dice that I bought for myself, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
Yeah, you tend to. Oh, I need just another set. Is a very common thought among
Yep.
gamers. Okay, so with
But yeah,
that out
all
of
in
the
all, it
way,
was fantastic.
good, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And with that, I wish I could have been there. It's just a bit too far for me. But let's just show people the Labynoir, which is this.
Wow, that is very noir.
Yeah,
Hello, Yield Geek.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello, John. And yes, it does sound ominous, though I'm sure it won't be half as deadly as any of the others we've done so far. Um, so yeah, as in previous times, I have simplified the maze so that we can view more easily where we're going. And I've
Excellent.
added a red dot, which I hope you can see here, indicating
Oh,
where
I
we
can, yes.
are. Yeah. And the irony here is that it's called Labynoir, and it's the first one that's printed in color.
That is kind of ironic, actually.
So here's the setup. The Emperor looks at you nervously. Vicambolo, his best agent, is not back from his latest mission. Now, only you, the head of the Secret Service, can penetrate the lair of the ignominious individuals who conspire against peace in the country in order to take back 3 relics, symbols of the Empire: the Scepter of Orion, the Delta Code, and the Sacred List. Back in your apartments, you pick your equipment. It cannot be too cumbersome. In other words, you can pick no more than 4 of the following items. You can have up to 3 ropes. Each rope is considered 1 item. You can have up to 3 lanterns. Again, each lantern is 1 item, and many hallways and rooms will be unlit. You can have a pistol with 5 shots. 2 bags of gold. The conspirators are vile and greedy. Perhaps you can bribe some of them. Each bag of gold is 1 item. You can have a crowbar, or you can have 2 daggers. So we can have 4 of these items.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm definitely thinking 1 rope, 1 lantern, the gun, and 1 of the bags of gold. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's good. I'm just going to jot that down. And a rope, a lantern, the pistol, and 1 bag of gold.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how it all works out. So 1 here is the starting point. Between 2 crooked houses, a tunnel leads underground. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit so we can see a bit more easily what's what. And we can go in here. We can go left down here or right up here.
Let's go left first, shall we?
Let's go down. We now have 2 passageways we can take. The upper one and the lower one.
Let's take the upper one.
Okay, let's take the upper one. This will lead us up these stairs to 12. An empty room filled with the smell of piles of meat. I guess this is it. An open trapdoor is in the back. So back here we see a trapdoor.
Let's go investigate.
Okay. So we go down. Oh, this pretty much leads us either back here or to go here.
So that takes us to the lower passage.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's carry on there then.
Yeah. Okay, this is just like a weird little dead end. Oh. So the going right would have led us here. So clearly
Also,
going
there's
up
only
the
really
spiral
one way to go there.
Yeah, there's only one way to go. And wait,
Okay.
let's not cover the number. 11. An empty room. A low growl can be heard coming from next door. That's all they say. Shall we investigate?
From room 21. Yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah. Don't have much choice if we want to go ahead anyway. Room 21.
No
10
sausages
dogs.
yet, John.
No. 10 dogs are asleep in a corner. If you have read note 20, they attack and devour you. Otherwise, nothing happens. Well, we have not read note 20.
That's good.
So that's good. Yeah. Source of the growl ate the sausage. Indeed. So let's just sneak past these sleeping dogs, let them lie, go up these stairs to 24. An empty room. There's a closed trap door in one wall, which I guess it's this here. It will take 5 minutes to open it.
Okay, then let's try and open it.
Yes. Suddenly you feel a presence near you. It is a suit-wearing monkey. If you do not chase it, it will follow you. Do we chase it or do we let it? What?
I don't know.
Yeah, hey, that's weird.
That is very strange. Nothing like that's happened in one of the other ones.
No.
I guess we'll chase it away.
Okay, so we chase it away. It won't follow you. And we can go through the door. And 3 is an empty room. In the back is an opening in the wall. Which I guess
let's go into the opening.
Yeah, which leads to some weird and twisty tunnels. I mean, this all is one thing. We can go left or right.
We'll go left.
Left. Okay, so I'll assume you mean the one that's here on the left as we look at it.
Yeah, all the way down. Yeah.
All the way down to 19. Oh, a slippery way. You must use a rope, which you have to leave here afterwards.
Oh, Okay, I guess we're using
Okay.
the rope.
So, but we do have a rope. Let me just, but we lose it. So,
Okay.
sorry. Uh, and that means we make our way across here and into 4.
Oh, this looks important.
And an enormous room, dozens of empty coat racks, scores of black outfits on hangers. On the walls are mirrors. In the middle of the room, a trapdoor. What do you do? So there's a
Does
door
it
on the far
give any
side.
options? Yeah.
They don't give any options. Usually, what
Right.
you're supposed to do, what they used to, they said is you're supposed to jot down what you're gonna do, and then look up the text, and they'll say if you tried this, then that. If you tried this, then that.
Uh,
We can try to open the trap door. There's a door at the far end. We can maybe put one of those black suits on, one of the black outfits. Um,
yeah, maybe we should do that. It looks like that's what the monkey did.
yeah, it might be useful to blend in, as it were.
Yeah.
So let's try and
Let's
take
try
a
and put on one
suit.
of the suits. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to go read 51. So they give us 3 options. They say if we turn back, if we stay to observe, and if we open the trap door.
Okay, I guess we're staying to observe then.
Yeah, so that goes C71. You see this. You see suits filled with pockets, with filled pockets. Sorry. You find a strange whistle. So I'll make a note of that as part of what we have. Okay. Maybe it's a dog whistle.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, nothing else seems to happen. We could still open the trap door or just go through that other door.
Um, let's try the trapdoor. Let's see what's there.
Okay. 80. Oh, lovely.
Oh no.
Dozens of fanatical killers emerge, screaming and attacking you. You die. Okay, so we know not to
One.
open that trap door. So one death. Wow.
Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah. So I think we'll just walk through and ignore the trap door.
Yeah, let's go through the other side.
Yeah. Okay. And now we can go left or right.
I'll just put it in chat so I don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, good idea. Yeah.
So,
If we go right, that'll lead us down here somewhere. If we go left, leads us to 40 or to 7.
yeah,
I
okay.
no.
Let's go left and let's go to 40 and see what's
Yeah.
there.
Okay. I'm curious too because 40. You notice a strong smell of gas in this dark hallway. What do you do?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Um, turn back, I think. Because if I light the lantern, I think it's gonna blow us up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um, should we see what happens?
Okay, sure. With or without the lantern. We could turn the lantern off and go in the dark.
Yeah, and then stumble to our death that way.
Okay. Yeah. So if we continue but blow out your lantern, go to 60. And 60 is Ah, the smell fades away. This hallway goes from 40 to 20. Let me just find 20.
Oh, there it
Ah,
is.
here. There it is. So we went from here all the way to here. And I guess we're entering 14.
Looks like it.
Boo, indeed. 14. A room with a table and a chest, in front of which is a pair of mud-covered boots. What do you do?
Open the chest.
Yeah. Okay, go to 83. If you stay to open the chest, your nimble fingers open it in 15 minutes. In it, you find a diamond. Do you take it? Do you close the
Ooh,
door? Do you stay longer?
take it.
Yeah. Okay, go to 91. Oh boy. Steel jaws
Uh-oh.
cut you in half and you die.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus. So that's
Is
2
there a way that we
deaths.
can put on the boots?
Uh, it doesn't talk about putting on the boots.
Oh, well, why the hell are they there?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's to indicate that someone else tried to take the diamond before and they got killed.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But then why aren't they bloody?
Yeah, right.
We can stay longer or we can close the door of the safe.
Um, let's stay longer, but not close the door. Let's see what happens.
Okay, do you stay longer? 62. You see a mechanism. A secret door opens and reveals a hallway to 6. Let me find 6 here. Ah,
Oh, all the way
so
up there.
all the way up there, yeah. I guess they don't show you the passageways. This is a new thing in this thing.
This is very weird.
Yeah. Okay, so do we go to 6?
Maybe they did it to try and stop people cheating.
Yeah. Or to surprise people as to where you go.
Yeah.
Or add
So
just
what does it
another
say about sticks? Sorry.
well, I haven't read it yet. I
Okay.
just moved our cursor. Okay, 6. An empty room leads to an alley where a coach is parked. The coachman seems asleep. Do you turn back or do you board the coach?
Um, hmm. I guess yeah, we'll board the coach then.
Okay, go to 75. Without a word, the coach starts. On the leather seat, a piece of paper on which is written, "The little Pasha is dead." After traveling along several narrow twists and turns, the coach lets you off at 38. Okay, let's find 38, which I assume is near this. Yeah, it's here.
Oh, there it is.
So,
Yeah, I see it.
yeah, right over here. And 38 is a small park belvedere. At this time, it is deserted. You see an open trap door. Well, I guess we're going to go down because there's no other way.
Yep.
And this leads us to 22. A man-made cavern. You need a rope to descend, which you must leave here.
Shit.
Shit.
Does that count as a
Okay.
death or what?
I guess it does.
Shit. What do? We can't turn back,
Yeah.
can we?
No, we can't turn back. So that counts as at least a failure. How about 2 deaths and 1 failure?
Okay.
Okay, so this means we need to drop some item and replace it with a second rope.
Okay, I say we drop the bag of gold and take the rope.
Okay, so that means we do the same path we've done, and we can get down here. And once we're in the room, we see a lever and a dial labeled with numbers from 1 to 60. What do you do?
1 to 60. Okay, so it must be
Yeah,
some sort of clock.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. I actually don't know what to suggest.
Well, we could try to pull the lever, see what happens. We could also just
Does it
go further into the maze.
does it say where the thing is positioned at the moment?
Uh, no, it doesn't.
Okay, let's pull the lever and see what happens.
Okay, let's go to 52. You pull the lever. A clockwork system starts up. Do you take the time to note down the number on the dial? If yes, go to 70.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so let's go to 70. The mechanism lets the waters of the lake in the cave. Anyone present is drowned.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Okay, 3 deaths, 1 fail.
3 deaths, 1 fail. Yeah, Count Von Count is having a blast with us today.
Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah. So we can also just keep going.
Yeah, let's just carry on down the passage.
Yeah.
Ignore
So
this.
there's 2 passageways leading out. Let me just zoom in a bit so we can see it more clearly. So we could go down the one that leads to these caves, or the one that leads to 31.
Let's go to 31.
The 31. Okay. 31. 20 guards are here. They've heard you approach and attack you. Guess what?
Oh, frickin'.
So that's clearly not the way to go. And that's 4 deaths. I guess we'll have to go the other way. And should we look into 16?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. A giant rat is about to jump at you. Do you attack with a weapon or do something else?
I guess we'll attack with a weapon.
Yeah, well, we have our pistols, so. Well, 59. Unfortunately, it requires more than that. You die.
Oh,
Fuck. Okay, so I guess we're not going to go in that uppermost into 16, but we can go this other way. Okay.
yeah.
Now, instead of hiding these completely, these here, I've just shaded them darker. Um,
Yeah.
and it may not seem so, but in the original printout, the way there's a glitch in the printing which made this appear to be blocked. but an errata in the subsequent issue tells you that you can indeed navigate to room 18. So we can get to room 18, but we can also get, yeah, so this is not a dead end.
Imagine all the people who are frustrated with all
Yeah.
of these
And you
like
had to
little
wait
issues
two
that they have and
months
they
for
don't
the
find
next
out till
issue.
next issue.
You had to
Yeah.
wait 2 months for the next issue. And the errata is really funny because these are like catacombs, and they said the catacombs crumbled in the printing, but there is a way to get to 18. So if we get to 18,
You'd think they'd like print one just to check if it prints properly and
yeah,
then print
but
the
you know
rest, right?
what? But what happens is this is in the days that predate any DTP computer graphics. Like all the typesetting in this magazine was done the old fashioned, I don't know if it was done with meld type or phototype, but like you had to send it off to the typographer and they would enter all the text, and this had all to be color separated. And it was quite the complex process, and proofs were very expensive, so very few people could afford it. Certainly a small game magazine couldn't afford it. If you were
That's right.
Vogue or some big fancy magazine, yeah, no problem, you have the budget for it. But a small magazine wouldn't have the budget for it at the time. Okay. After having crossed the catacombs, you're in the sideways temple. In it is a crooked idol and similarly crooked furniture.
Well, it is called
Go
the
to
Sideways Temple, so
uh, uh, go to 65. Ah, interrupting your sightseeing, a knife slips between your ribs. Before leaving this life, you catch a glimpse of your assailant. He wears a black suit and muddy boots, and you think you've seen him somewhere before, and you die. Okay, so that's 6 deaths and 1 failure. And yeah,
we've
we're
definitely
dying at a
not seen this
very
guy before.
yeah. So that's 6 deaths. It's like John, you'll have to reevaluate that because it's not been half an hour. So it's 1 death every 5 minutes. Actually, a little bit faster than that.
Man, these
So
books are brutal.
oh yeah, these are like okay. So we can't get there. Um, we can get to 17. I think. Can we? Yes. If we go this way, after we can either go back to 31, which won't be very useful, or go to 17. Shall we try that?
17, I guess it is.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just find that entry. Oh, this one's thrilling. An empty room. Nothing happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we came in here.
Okay. So,
Why would they even bother to print that? I mean, come on.
well, you know what? I haven't shown you, but let me see if I can. Because when they do the text, where is the file? Half of it is actually not text. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just icons that I just wrote it all down because it's easier. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Yeah. So basically, one icon is read. This icon is you inevitably notice. This little arrow is you either turn around or keep going. It not doing anything else. Uh, a white rook is you ascend. A black rook is you descend. Uh, the anchor is you stay and observe. Um, these these symbols is you go through quickly. This flower is you attack with a weapon. I mean, so basically you'll have entries like this one, you know, which I've translated to you attack with a weapon. Not sure what that other. You attack with a weapon. What do you do? Go to 59. Otherwise, go to 77. You know, it's they've really condensed it as
So
much as
it's
they
not
could
like
because
it's not words. It's more like a key.
yeah, well, there's a lot of words too, but they I think because like he's told, okay, you've got 2 pages for the text for the image, you've got like another page for not even a full page for that text for all the text. So, okay, how can I put as much text as possible? Well, stuff I'll repeat often, I'll just use a symbol for it because that'll save space.
Hey,
You know?
Dungeon Minister.
Yeah, greetings. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's
Right.
so
Okay.
many
So
solo game options available, but this one's pretty deadly. And right now, I think we need to explore more on the around here
yeah, we need to
because
go back to the
we
first
might
page,
find
really. Yeah.
something that'll get us to either through the guard room or through this. Because 18, hold on a sec, let me just see. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we need to explore in the first one. So let us, I'm just going to bring us to the starting position.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, we know we need 2 ropes.
Well, if we go that way,
Yeah,
but there's plenty of other ways we could go that would keep us on
yeah,
this page.
yeah. Well, we know we
So
need at least
maybe,
1 rope to get past 19.
so maybe we don't go to 3 and then use the rope to go down there. Maybe we go different.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll. Okay.
So we need to go back to that point where it inevitably takes us to.
I mean, we don't have
It
a
doesn't matter
choice
whether
to
we go right
go.
or left. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go through here. We know that if we haven't read 20, we can let the sleeping dogs lie. We can cross here, go down. Uh, Actually, what we didn't do is go down this way to 8. So we could try doing that.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, okay. So let's go down here, up the stairs to 8. 8 is, you notice a small empty wooden box. That's it.
Should we try and take it?
It, there's
Or
no
investigate?
there's no action. We
Oh,
can take it, I guess, but uh,
there's no action. It's not worth it.
yeah.
Guess we'll
So
just carry on going.
yeah. But it means maybe somebody, because you know there was the other spy, the one who didn't come back, so maybe he took something from the box. I think we have to think
Yeah,
that
yeah, that's
way.
true.
Okay, so we have to go down the other way. And 19, we need to use the rope in order to
We
cross.
definitely need 1 rope.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we know to not open that trap door.
Yep.
We find that whistle in the suit pocket,
Yep.
and I guess we keep going. So last time we went to 40, which brought us to 20, which eventually
Yeah,
brought
so
us to
let's not do
6. And let's not go there. Let's try to go to. We could go to 7, or we
7.
can go down here, which leads us to 15.
Let's try 7 first.
Okay.
2 items.
And that brings us to the sewers. 7.
Yes, rats.
A sewer. The current is strong, but the water is shallow. We can cross, go upriver or downriver.
Oh. Let's go upriver, shall we?
Okay, 86. Oh, great. After about an hour, you are tired, frozen, and you stink. That's it.
So we can't go that way then, I take it?
Yeah, I guess we can't go upstream. And by the way, going
Current's too
downstream
strong.
leads to the same place, like to the same 86.
40. Or 20, you
Yeah,
mean, sorry.
yeah.
Right, I
No, what I
guess we'll
mean is,
cross then.
if we go downstream, we also end up tired, frozen, and stinking. So I
Oh,
guess we should
okay.
cross.
Yeah, let's cross then.
Cross. 96. Oh, great. In the middle, you slip and your lantern sinks in the water. Which means now we don't have a lantern anymore.
Yeah, bold of them to assume we picked a lantern, even though we did.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just note
Right.
down that we don't have the lantern anymore, and we don't have that rope.
So we've just got a bag of... No, we've got another rope and a gun.
Yeah. Okay, so uh, we can go up to 2, or we can go down to 10.
Let's check 2 out. There doesn't seem to be much else up there, so...
Yeah. So 2. A wine cellar. The wine is not very good.
Oh.
This is where you see this is a French magazine. They assume you're going to have a taste of the wine. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah. Let's go down to 10.
Yes, let's go to 10 instead.
Okay, we can either enter or stay and observe.
Enter, I guess? Why would we stay and observe?
Okay, yeah. If we enter, nothing happens.
Okay, let's continue then, I guess.
What?
Let's continue then, I guess.
Yeah.
We can go to 14, where we were before, or we can go to 41, which we
Let's
haven't
try
checked.
41.
Yeah.
41. A shallow well. You can jump down, but it would be impossible to climb back out.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. Go to 78. Nothing happens. You end up in 42, which is down here. So I guess it just... and 42. Ah, yeah. An armoire is moored in the water. If you cast off with it, the current will take you to 27. And 27 is over here.
Right, okay. Let's do that.
So let's do that. We can't go back up anyway, so we navigate the armoire. We end up at 27. And 27 is a beautiful 11th century crypt. a grid prevents you from going up to 28. So we can't cross because there's a grid here. The current is too strong to swim upstream. So I guess we have no choice but to go this way where we would die.
Oh,
Because
for
that's,
fuck's sake.
yeah. Oh,
Oh. Right. That
Jesus.
is now 7 deaths.
Sorry,
1 failure.
Dungeon Minister. Oh. So, yeah, 7 deaths and 1 failure would be. Okay, so clearly we don't want to go down this well.
Okay, yeah. But then 14 also just leads us to where we were before, isn't it?
We can, yeah. Well, what we could try to go to 5.
Oh, yeah, we haven't tried that. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So 5. That's the other thing is like stuff is numbered not randomly, but not in a given order. So it's a wobbly staircase goes down. You can either take the stairs or turn back.
Just take the stairs.
Okay, go to 57. The 13th step gives way and you die. Oh, great.
Oh, of course, it
So
would be the
let's,
13th step as well.
yeah. It has to be that or the 39th. So I'm curious to see if 13, 15, or 9 is maybe where we find something.
This book is not our friend, is it?
Nah. Okay, so we uncross the sewer, and I guess we
Yeah,
go
let's go
this
to the
way.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, this leads to 15, and 15 is an empty room. So I guess we can just keep going to 13. A damp cavern. We can cross or stay to observe.
Let's stay to observe.
Okay, go to 76. Oh, great. Quicksand has engulfed you. 9 deaths.
The one time I decide to stay.
Yeah. Okay, and if we cross, yeah, nothing happens if we cross. There are, okay, this is a dead end. And this leads to 9. Yeah. Actually, what I should do in case the dungeon minister or someone else wants to join us is to post the StreamYard. If I know you, I'll let you in. Okay. Well, you know. Okay, 9. Ice cold water. That's it. So that's essentially. So all this is a dead end.
Right, that's okay, great.
Okay. Okay, let's just go back to here. I want to quickly have a look at something.
This one does seem a little bit more like linear or railroady than the others.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit more. you know, the the path is less option. There are less options, it seems.
Yeah, like the other ones felt like they had a bit more variety, but you'd still get to the bit at the end inevitably. Whereas this one
Yeah,
feels like there's only one way to get there.
yeah,
No worries, enjoy your crafting, sir.
yeah. Ah. Well, we are looking forward to seeing the results of that crafting someday. I'm sure we will. Okay.
So what's the verdict, Captain?
So the only thing I can think of that we didn't try was back in the cave here. We didn't play with the dial. We only pulled the lever. So
True.
the dial might do something else. Because I think we've covered pretty much everything in the first page.
Yeah, it just seemed like it. Yeah. Right. Okay. So it was numbered 1 to 60, right? So maybe it has something to do
Yeah,
with the references in the book. I'm not sure.
yeah. And we know that the secret passage here. Oh, wait. Was there another option in 14 that we didn't take?
There was open the save, which we did,
Let
and
me
then it was
just
take the
scroll.
diamond, stay and observe,
Or
or
close
keep
the
the diamond,
door.
close the door. Yeah.
Okay, if we close the door, nothing happens. So the thing is, we stay and observe, which leads us to find the secret passage that leads us to 6, that brings us to the coach, which brings us
But
here.
what happens if we don't take the coach?
It doesn't give us a choice. If we don't take the coach, hold on. 6. Uh, you can turn back, nothing happens.
Oh, I guess we have to take the coach then, and then we do need the second
Yeah.
rope.
I think we have to take the coach because there seems to be 2 ways across the armoire down
Builders.
here, but we can't get to 28, and this leads to deadly 18s. So
Yes.
I think we should turn the dial because that's the one
Let,
thing we
let's
didn't try.
let's try and figure something out with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reread it. It's a man-made cavern. You need a rope to descend. That's the other rope we need.
Yes.
You see a lever and a dial labeled 1 to 60. What do you do? And they
Right, I'm gonna
give
try and
us
big brain it, and I'll say turn it to 22.
turn it to 22. Okay. Go to 92. Nothing happens. If we turn it to more than 15, nothing happens.
Oh, okay. Let's turn it to 10 then.
Okay. We have to go to 81. Huh. Do not read note 65 when the time comes.
Do not read note 60 for that.
Ah, so if I look at what note 65 is, it's down here in 18 when we get killed. So that's what allows us to get
Well,
through
to get
room 18.
interesting, so we can bypass that. That's good.
Yes, indeed, Dungeon Minister. It's a game for patient individuals and people who like to die because, okay. So now we know that we can go through the catacombs, get here. and get through safely.
Yes.
It's useless to go down here, so let's just go up here. And there's 2 hallways we can take. The top one or the
leads us
bottom one?
32. Bottom
Yeah,
one.
leads to 28. I think 32 looks more promising.
Sorry, internet. I'm kind of curious to see what happens at 28 because it looks
Okay,
like the
so
waterfall goes off the page. So
yeah, 28. A narrow sand strip follows the river. A grid prevents you from going to 27, but we can walk along here to 29. A slippery tube. It is impossible to climb up. So this may be difficult to see, but I think this is the slippery tube, like it's an opening.
okay,
It is impossible to climb up the wall. On a stalactite, a piece of Vicambolo's suit. Do you take it, and what do you do?
oh, that's the guy we came after, isn't it?
That's the guy who came before us, who disappeared.
Let's try and grab it.
Okay, let's grab it. Go to 54. It is a pocket, and in it, the Delta code. It's one of the
Oh,
3 relics we have
nice!
to find.
Let's
Finally!
go!
Yes. Okay, let's write this down. We
Oh, but that
have,
means he's probably dead.
yeah,
We got one. That was, yeah, awesome. Okay.
excellent. Okay, so that was totally worth going down here. So now we have
All
to
right.
go back.
I think it's fair to say we can checkpoint here, like morally checkpoint.
Yeah,
Wow, that was awesome. I was just curious because of the waterfall, but that was amazing.
yeah, yeah. No, that's
I was
great.
genuinely
That's great.
expecting like, oh, you slip down into the water and you slide off and die or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow,
It's
man. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, I guess 32.
okay. So let's go to 32. Suddenly you hear footsteps from an unknown direction. What do you do? Um,
That's the 82, isn't it?
we could maybe hide in this dead end because it's unlikely that's where they come from.
Okay, yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's see if that's enough.
Okay. Okay, they give us 2 options, which is to turn
Hello,
back.
yo. You're welcome to join us if you want. Slam
Yeah.
posted the StreamYard thing above.
Uh, they suggest hiding in room 26.
I was going to
Where,
suggest that, yeah.
yeah, okay, so let's say we hide in room 26. Go to. Okay, if you hide in room 26, you can try. Go to 26.
9
It is
deaths,
a.
1 failure, and we found one of the items that we need.
Yeah. So now 26 is a dark and trash filled room. The patrols are moving away. So we successfully evaded them. So this is a dead end. This leads to 33. This leads to. I
One
should have
leads to
cleaned this.
23, one leads to. Oh no, they both lead to
One leads
37.
to 30. One leads to 23 and 37. And one leads to 33.
They all lead back to each other though at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to 23 first.
Okay. So we take this.
Everyone's college dorm room, mate. Everyone's.
Yeah, indeed. 23. A gigantic floor invites you to pace. If you stay and observe and you have read note 84, did we read note 84? We haven't. Otherwise, nothing happens.
I guess we go to 37.
Okay. And we get to 37. Ha. A chained mandarin declaims, and this is note 84, by the way.
Okay.
Confucius says, under the cobblestones, the beach, behind appearance, substance, meditate on this. It is impossible to get anything else from him.
Right, okay.
So
We'll go
since we've now
back
read
to
note 84, we could go to 23.
yeah.
And I guess by pacing, we meditate on it. And what does it say? Go to 93. As you pace, you see a misplaced floorboard. If you have a crowbar, you can pry it up. But we don't have a
We
crowbar.
don't.
Okay. Um,
So I
let's
guess
make
we
a
can
note.
trade our pistol for a
Yeah,
crowbar.
okay. Yeah. Let's trade the pistol for the crowbar.
We haven't actually used it yet, so it's
And
not
what?
technically cheating.
Yeah. Okay, if you pry it up, just let me go to that other note. Ah,
Yog's not in the background.
underneath is the scepter of Orion.
Oh,
So
nice.
now,
Another one.
yeah, yeah. So let's just make a note.
Is Yog in the background? Fuck.
Yeah, now we just need the sacred list. Okay, so that was pretty good. Uh, and otherwise, this is a dead end, so we might as well go back. Uh, we could go to 33 and then see what's up in 30.
Yeah, let's go to 30.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, he's lurking backstage. Like, oh, there
Yeah,
he
I
is.
just, sorry, didn't see you. I have too many
I,
windows open and only one screen. Uh,
I'm guilty of that all the time. Don't worry.
yeah. So
Hello.
33. How you doing? Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
tiring, but very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
It's always fun introducing new people to convention, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Not sure Iman was fully ready for the sheer volume of people, but he coped well enough.
I mean, I don't have. I'm not socially inept. I'm just socially awkward.
Yeah,
Ah, so you fit right in with all the nerds.
Exactly.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, we're 33, and these are Roman runes made of crumbling stones. Uh, we can attempt to cross. Go to 53. Shall we try to cross?
Let's do it.
So I think it leads us to up here where we were before.
Do we want to go back? Is there any reason
Wait.
to go back up to 37 and 23? Do we know?
No.
I think we might be in a loop here, so we want to go back somewhere. Oh wait, no, we haven't checked 30 yet, have we?
No, but yeah. We can attempt to cross, or we can just go back to get to 30.
Let's attempt to cross. See what happens.
Can you say that again? I didn't catch it.
Let's attempt to cross and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh,
53. A rock turns over. You fall to 29 directly in the waterfall and out of the magazine.
Oh!
another death?
Yeah, that would be a death.
So it did
Although-
happen, but not where I thought it would.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I guess we need to go here. And this will lead us to 30.
Look like some sort of
Ah.
cultists or some
Yeah.
sort.
A hooded assembly. One of the members exclaims, "The caps are cooked. What do you do?"
Does that mean anything to you too?
No.
There's
We don't even have our gun.
no. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, no. 55. The answer to the answer that they want is evidently the note in 75, which is the piece of paper we have found in the coach that said the little Pasha is dead. Because that's an obvious answer to the caps are cooked.
Oh, right. Oh,
Right. Okay.
that little throwaway line that neither of us paid attention to.
Yeah, exactly. But go through 30. They let us go through, so that's very nice of them. And we
That's
get to go
interesting. That
here.
means we need the password.
Yeah. So we can go to 39, which looks to be a dead end, or 34.
For completeness, you get to 39, haven't you, first?
Yeah, okay.
Mr.
So-
Logic Mind.
Yeah. This is known as the rubble room. It is filled with rubble. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
Let's go to 34.
Feels like they ran out of ideas with this book a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. This is a vestibule. They don't say anything else. So we could go to either 31, 43, or up to 25. We're still missing one thingamajig. What did they call it? The sacred list. We've got the Scepter of Orion and the Delta Code.
I think 43.
I concur.
Okay, yeah. 43 is a library. Has the monkey followed you? Well, we chased it away the first time. If he's followed us, nothing. If he's not followed us, nothing happens.
Okay. Can we assume that he's just been following us this whole time then on our second run through?
Okay, we could assume that. Go to 94.
We didn't actually specify that we chased him away again.
That's true.
And of
Wait,
course, it's a list or something you found. You were looking for the sacred list. You say?
yeah, the sacred
Yeah, this monkey
list.
was wearing a black suit like one of the dudes who killed us earlier.
Yeah, a suit-wearing monkey. He offers you a goblet, asking for alms. Do you have gold to give him? Yes or no? Did we keep the bag of gold?
2 ropes, a lantern, and a crowbar. No, I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Well, fucking hell.
Okay, so what happens with no 64? He screams, the 20 guards in room 31 rush in and attack you. Okay?
You are
You
dead.
die. Lovely. So that's 11 deaths and 1 fail.
Because you haven't got the gold. Is that?
Yeah, because we don't have any gold.
So
how many items
maybe
you bring with you?
You're allowed 4 items. We brought 2 robes because we knew we needed them. We brought a crowbar, and we know we need that to get the scepter. And we brought a lantern.
brought the lantern, but we didn't actually use it, and we just lost it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say if we replace the lantern with a bag of gold.
Yep.
Go to 56. Quickly he pulls a book amongst the thousands there. In it, the sacred list. Oh my god.
What do you know?
Yeah.
So you have to have the exact 4 correct items.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We know we don't want to go to 31 because that's where the guards are. So I think we should sneak out to 25. What do you
think we
guys
should
say?
check 31.
No, 31 is the guard room. It's got the 20 guards that killed us twice already. Sorry. I say let's go to 25.
Yeah.
We've got the 3 items. We want to get the hell out. What do you say?
Go for it.
Okay,
See if we can get a
25.
win.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got overtaken by sneezing. Yeah, let's do that.
An empty room. There's a door whose handle has been replaced by an ear. Does not open. What do you do?
Then you listen at the door. It's got an ear there.
Maybe speak to the door and ask it to open.
Yeah.
That could be a good one. Yep.
Okay, let's try that. If one of your first 3 actions is not to use the object found in 71, a patrol arrives and you die. Because of course we do.
And what
Now
was that object in 71?
Let me scroll up and see. It's that whistle.
Oh, the whistle.
So chalk up another death.
Chalk up another death. We've got a dozen deaths now. Yay.
Yeah. It's like a game of paranoia.
Oh, yeah.
And just like Bloodborne, isn't it, Slan?
Oh, yeah. 88. Otherwise, the door opens and leads to 35. So it leads us to here. And 35 is the exit. If you have the 3 relics, you have won out against the shadowy conspirators. Unless you have... Wait. unless you have the Scepter of Orion from room 10, in which case you have a fake. Wait, where did we
No, we
pick
got
up the
ours from
scepter?
23. We're okay.
Oh, good, good. We're okay. And that's it. Only a dozen deaths and one failure. I call that a baker's dozen.
Yep. Yep.
Actually, not bad as far as these books go.
Yeah, yeah. These are really hard. And in spite of what you might think, because the way the layout is, um, I don't know what's going to happen, even if I've translated everything, because let me quickly open this. See, this is the one page and the description of all the rooms. But then on pages 99 and 100 is, what happens depending on your choices is on a different page. And nothing is in order. So it's very hard to track. And I think one of the things they've done here is not number the things, in a
In
in
sequence,
any
yeah.
kind of apparent order. It's not in the sequence you'll follow, but it's not even like one is here. I'm not even sure where two is. What I
You can
do
go to
know
10.
is go to 10.
But where even is 10? I don't think we ever went to 10.
Yeah. I was going to say, because I know there's.
Square room near the bottom of the left-hand page.
Yeah, right here. We've been in 10. It's right here.
Oh, there was nothing in there. Then.
Yeah, it's an empty room. It's the
Apparently
one
with a
if we
fake
enter,
Scepter of
nothing
Orion.
happens. And if we stay to observe, we notice a loose. Wait, if you stay to observe, you see a skewed rock hiding a compartment in the wall. Behind it, the Scepter of Orion. So that's where the false scepter is.
Ah, sneaky.
Yeah. There's
I wonder what
one.
would have happened then if you found both of them. Or whether it would have told you if you had the right one or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Room 30. Here's the description for room 36. There is no room 36.
What?
And I remember I translated that and I actually went to look and I couldn't find it. But because stuff is not in order, it's really, even though I've translated it and I do know some of the stuff, like I know somewhere you'll find the scepter or whatever, but it doesn't give me much of an advantage in playing.
No.
Yeah. So that's the original maze.
I think you've done the right thing by simplifying it.
Oh yeah, no, we did the first one we did. I didn't simplify it, and Mar Hawkman was kind enough to do it so that our the following session when we finished it, it was simplified. It was such a tremendous help in figuring out where stuff was that I've been simplifying them ever since.
It makes sense because to be honest, it's not really much fun just following the
Especially
maze.
on the screen, it's a lot harder, I find, than on paper.
It's a lot less for your eyes to process, and it's just a lot easier to see where
Yeah.
things are.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed while we were zooming in is over here. Is it me or does this look like a face?
Which one? Top left.
the nose, like do you see it? Like the eye is here, the nose, hair.
That sort of silhouette in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it does. It does. Hello, General Nut.
Yeah. Greetings. How are you?
Labynoir. Is that the one with David Bowie?
No, it's the one with a dozen deaths and one failure. Dungeon Minister, this is from a French game magazine called Jeux, Stratégie. It was a general games magazine, but they really, once they discovered D&D, they really fell in love with role-playing games, and then they started publishing these in several issues. This is the third one we play now, I think. And this was published in '82, this particular one. Yeah,
The whole
Coco, you're
presentation-
right. Yeah, this would make quite the drinking game.
It looks a little
Every
more
time
professional than
you've-
the first one. So I'm guessing this is a
Yeah.
later issue.
Yeah, it is. I've been doing them in order chronologically. So the first one was in issue 10. Second one was in issue 11. This is issue 13. They skipped one. Although this one gave us more of a linear feel to it than the previous ones. I think
Hello, Coco.
they're trying things. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember 1982.
I think they're trying things.
Yeah.
You know, like the chain, like not numbering the stuff in order was a good move, I think. Giving you a choice of items.
What year were the
Yeah.
first
Oh,
Choose Your Own Adventure game books? Warlock of Firetop Mountain, was that about 83?
I'm not sure.
Definitely around
It's,
then, yeah. Late 70s, early 80s, I would say.
You had the
Yeah.
I've got a copy up there. You had the Endless Quest books as well, didn't you? They were about 83-ish.
Yeah.
Up here, let's have a look.
Yeah, Dungeon Minister. The other one was you were actually in a large complex, and you were a robot trying to escape it after gaining consciousness.
Oh man, that was
or
so
self-awareness.
confusing.
Yeah, they certainly added a lot of interesting things as they.
Just remembering like which
was an
bot
interesting
you were
one.
and which one you could turn into and what their powers were and stuff was just
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there were that one with the robots. The hard part was part of the maze was an electronic signal, and the other part was you were actually walking around as a robot. So what year was it, John? Did you find that?
Well, the Endless
Copyright
Quest
date?
book I've got is number 15 in the series, and that was 1984. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd be curious to know. Let's see, can I?
Warlock of
Google
Firetop
say?
Mountain. 1982, Warlock of Firetop Mountain.
Okay, so
same year.
because this is the January, February '82.
And the Endless Quest books were 1982 as well.
Yeah, so
Seems like 82 was a good year for Choose Your Own Adventure.
I'm sure they were aware of these books.
Yeah.
I'm sure the guy who's doing this was aware of these books. They clearly knew about, they had all the D&D stuff. They would have been because they were general games magazine, and that includes like card games, chess, uh, checkers, all sorts of stuff. I'm sure they covered a lot of international stuff too. Like they there's in one issue they show you how to play shoji, or they show you how to play, awale, or all these games from all over the world that we're not as familiar with for the most part. And so I wouldn't be surprised that they knew people in the games industry in the UK and would have heard of the Choose Your Own Adventure books, because these are very much like it. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know what came first though. The first few were a few months before, like issue 10, which was in the middle of 81.
I'm on the Wikipedia page for the beginnings of game books, and it mentions
Mhm.
the Choose Your Own Adventure series um, appearing in the late 70s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 1976 for a Choose Your Own Adventure
Okay.
game book. Even though the idea,
Yeah.
some authors had messed about with um,
Branching paths in books and stuff like
branching
that.
paths, yeah, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
1976 looks like it's when the first, what you would class as a game book, came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Well, Dungeon Minister says that these are much more fine grained than Choose Your Own Adventures, though. I'm not sure what he means by these. The difference with these mazes is that instead of having the book tell you, there's a hallway leading right and a hallway leading left, they just show you the the plan, and you have to follow the hallways, the maze. Um,
Yeah, and it's less
so
like, oh, would you like to do this or would you like to do this? It's just, here's the
yeah,
room. What the hell do you want to do?
yeah, but it's also because when you're in a maze, there's this implicit choice you always do at every intersection, which is I'm going to go left or right or straight or back or
Yeah.
whatever. And which in a Choose Your Own Adventure book, you have to explicitly, whenever you put an intersection, you have to explicitly say, where do you go? And point the person towards wherever they're going. Whereas because this is a maze, you get to the room at the end of that hallway, wherever you decide to go.
Yeah, it just adds that visual component to it.
Yeah, yeah, it does. I kind of like the artwork for it. They've been fun. Uh, yeah, in some ways the stories do seem smaller, and the decisions subtle. But uh, if you have about 3.5 pages, which is roughly the amount of space this takes up in the magazine, two of those pages is the map or the maze. I think they're doing pretty well for considering. Yeah. Choose Your Own Adventure, a lot of the stories did sprawl across planets or countries if it was more fantasy. But I think it's part of it is Choose Your Own Adventure has more pages to play with.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's I still like those. They're quite quick. I mean, we had fun for about a little bit more than an hour, dying 12 times and failing once. But we'll keep doing
No, I
them.
was
They just
expecting
take
it to be a little bit longer, to be honest. Maybe we've been
yeah,
spoiled by the previous ones.
yeah. Yeah, this one was a bit simpler, I think. Um, but they added a few twists. That fake scepter, which I mean, we didn't fall for because we didn't find it, but we could very well have said, "Okay, we've got all three items. Let's go!" And boom.
I did like the death
Uh,
by falling out of the magazine.
oh yeah, that was a fun little
Yes.
touch. It's the
It's funny because
waterfall.
I said it was going to happen, but it didn't happen when I
Yeah,
expected it to
yeah.
happen.
He thought it was going to happen when we were 29. Uh, and it makes you think, like, if you found just that piece of cloth from the spy, did he tumble through down and his clothing got caught in that stalactite and that's it? You know?
Thankfully for us, it was the piece of clothing we needed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to translate the next one now. So,
Yep. So, Slan, how's your gaming going? Have you won any?
actually, haven't done much gaming because I logged on Saturday on the server and only Daniel was there, so we chatted a bit, and then I said, "Well, I assume everyone's at the UK Games Expo, so uh, let's just skip that." And actually, I'm involved with an event that's happening in 2 weeks, so I've spent a bit of time this weekend working on that. And also, I finished translating the text for this maze last night.
I ran a hastily slapped together Call of Cthulhu scenario for the 3 hangers on at the convention.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
Ginger Beard had his wife with him, and so they went off earlier, and Andy caught a train about 4:15, so the rest of us stopped and played. Joker got hypnotized and was eventually forced to gouge his own eyes out, and the other 2 got eaten by giant frog things, which was ideal for a short scenario.
I mean, I will say, my character put up a valiant effort. He had a fighting brawl of 25 and rolled a 5.
He did, yeah. I think the problem was the best fighting character was Joker's character, and he wasn't going to fight against the frog people because he'd been hypnotized.
No, I was trying to kill his friend in his eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did a whopping
he was brainwashed into
15
thinking
hit
frog
points of
things
damage
were
to
his
him.
friends.
I did a whopping 15 damage to him in one hit and still didn't kill him.
That's a lot in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
How many hit points did he have, John? 23?
20.
20.
I slightly toned them down because there were fewer characters. But in hindsight, I probably could have toned them down a little more. But there was still a way of succeeding. There's still a way of succeeding. You just didn't think of doing it. So
disappeared.
We've lost the Slan. We've lost the Slan.
It's okay. We're still here.
But
don't worry, viewers. We're not going anywhere just yet. Hopefully, he'll be back.
That OSE session I ran earlier, I've never seen Dice favour player characters quite so much. They had 5 average strength OSE first level characters. So you've got a mage with 2 hit points, a thief with 3 hit points, a cleric with 3 hit points, an elf with 5, and a paladin with 7. That's the party. And they took on 6 hobgoblins and won without any casualties.
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know. My internet connection went wobbly.
They fell down a pit, which did 1d6 damage, and Iman's character with 3 hit points survived the fall, as did the elf that also fell in the pit. He had 5 hit points because I rolled 2 on the damage dice. When a hobgoblin with a d8 sword hit the elf had 5 hit points at that point. Obviously a 50-50 chance of killing him. No, I rolled a 2. And then they fought a higher level fighter who couldn't hit to save his life. So, yeah, they did they were very, very lucky. Very, very lucky indeed. And they got away with some loot.
I think the dice favoured me pretty well in the Call of Cthulhu session in the Clock Tower.
And for those who would know, I'm running. What I'm running for them is mean, what I'm running for them is I have modified the module B3 Palace of the Silver Princess and got rid of the bits that I really dislike, and I'm running it, and that's what I'm using, because I think it's a very, very average adventure as it stands, and it's working quite well with the modifications. So,
Was that what you were playing this afternoon?
Yes.
On the Discord? Okay.
It's because the last week our DM was away. He was in a hotel room, so we normally meet up on a Monday. And so with the DM being away in a hotel room, we couldn't do that. And this week the host was on holiday, so these 2 weeks were just open. So I filled in and ran some OSE for them, and Iman's jumped in and joined them. Yeah, bit of fun, and we've got Call of Cthulhu tomorrow night.
To it, as always.
Busy old week.
And I'm thinking, you know what? I might just have to take my character from the Yorkshire 1984 scenario and just put him in the 1920s scenario, because I'm sort of attached to him now. So when Sergeant Buckshot inevitably dies or goes insane, I'm going to bring in my new character, Dr. Herb Inhaler.
Dr. Herb Inhaler, yes. Well, you can do that, yeah. Well, I'll let you do that. Don't matter.
I'll roll up stats for a new character. I'm just going to call him that.
Oh, looks like General Nutt's daughter never sent the footage. Slap.
And now the entire internet knows.
Yes. With it being a new month, our credit card limit is back to 0, so I should be able to afford to buy my ticket to Canada. So I think I'm going to buy it this month. I'll have enough. I found a fairly cheap flight, but it's got a stop off in Iceland.
Okay.
I'd love to go to Iceland, but do you trust flying over Iceland with its propensity for volcanoes going?
Yeah, but if the volcano goes badly enough, you might not be able to fly across Atlantic anyway. I did do that once when I flew to 5 years ago when I went to Ireland. We got a really cheap flight with a few hours stopover in Iceland.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to say I've set foot in Iceland, even if it is only a few hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll tell you, it was the middle of August, and I regretted not having a coat. It was cold.
It was still cold, right?
Yeah, it was like it wasn't like sub-zero, but it was like maybe 10 or 12 degrees outside, and there I am with a t-shirt and nothing else. So like
you're Canadian, you shouldn't need a coat for 10 degrees. That's positively balmy.
Yeah, you know what? It's 29 right now here.
Wow.
All right.
It was warm this weekend, but not too warm for the expo. Otherwise, there might have been a few odd whiffs coming out of the hall. Hygiene seemed to be okay this year.
It did, actually.
Not too many whiffy bodies. I did see figures of how many people went. I think they topped 60,000.
Wow.
So it was a big one. It was big.
You hear that, Dungeon Minister? You got to get those portalets ready.
How many have you got coming to Clericon, Dungeon Minister? Have you got figures yet?
Well, he's got enough to fill his opening game night because I don't have a spot.
Oh,
There's a
oh,
different game being played, so I'll play that. Somebody's running the new MCDM RPG, the Matt Colville RPG. So I guess I'll try that out.
Bear was looking to run his heroic on the Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
In one of the
Yeah,
free
he blamed us for roping him into it,
Yeah.
which it was
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of our fault, but you know.
Yeah.
I've already signed up for the Immortal Storm, so
Yeah. No, Minister, it was full when I signed up, so I signed up for the other one. But, it's. I'd love to be in yours, but if there's no space, there's no space.
there's always room for a little slan. Add a little slan on the corner. Bring an extra stool.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't decided which adventure I'm going to run for Call of Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one I ran on Saturday would need a little bit of fleshing out and tweaking to really fill 4 hours. Because a lot of it was just sort of improvised and winged from notes.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll see.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be running the game, the same one I ran, the first one I ran on the Discord with the Cursed Village.
Oh yeah. Which session are you doing that in?
I'm doing that Saturday afternoon. So
Isn't that the same time
Someday
as?
I might be able to.
Well, this is at Clericon, though, isn't it? So
yeah.
Isn't that the same time as Mage is running his?
I'd have to check. I know I'm in Mage's game on Sunday.
Right.
But I usually man the Cabinet of Curiosities, so I only signed up for one game each day, plus the one I'm running. It's going to be enough. The rest of the time,
I just signed up for a game in every open session I could straight away. So
yeah. But I know I'm going to be sitting at the table for selling the what you call the Brigand Buy and what the Dungeon Ministers called Fleetwood's Cabinet of Curiosities. So
I prefer the Dungeon Minister's name for it.
Yeah,
that's a better name.
Yeah, bring them by sounds a bit boring.
Yeah, that's just what we call them over here, isn't it?
Yeah, and in any case, even if you haven't signed up for a game, if there's a spot and you say, "Oh, do you mind if I join?" People are happy to let you in if there is a space. So if I decide I want to play because whatever, I'm sure I can find something to do. It's a convention. There's always something to do and someone to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably. I was planning sort of 5 or 6 characters to choose from for mine, and I might have to up it to 10. I couldn't cope with 10 players in a Call of Cthulhu game, really. I don't think.
No,
but I certainly add a few extra possible PCs, give more choice. I think. I mean, I'd certainly need to. As I say, I think I'll probably use the scenario I used that I wrote for Saturday, but it needs a bit of development, a bit of fleshing out, because too much of it was made up on the spot. We shall see.
General Nut, this is a family-friendly channel, please.
What's he doing?
He's asking if your Call of Cthulhu session is full yet.
I don't know. I don't even know how to check.
What you could do with the extra characters, I forget who it was last year, basically when you started, they had a pile of characters. You could choose one, and then the leftover characters were put, like the sheets face down and shuffled, put face down. And if your character died, you didn't get a choice. You took the top of the pile. Whatever you got was what you
Yeah,
got.
that's good. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could make the adventure even more deadly. Yes. Yes.
I don't know about. It was pretty bad. It was like absolutely fine, absolutely fine, absolutely fine. Oh God, what the hell is going on, Death?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I know it needs tweaking.
No, it was great. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, maybe a bit more like pacing.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, whenever you write an adventure, you've always got. I mean, the Yorkshire-based one I did on the channel a couple of times. The first time I ran it, the feedback I got was it started far too slowly. So I adjusted the start, and the second time it ran a lot more smoothly. So the feedback was good. I mean, any constructive feedback from Saturday would be great.
I might have to one day create my own scenario, take you through streets of Burnley, like.
Yeah. I understand you have what you need to do that now.
Yeah,
I do. Yes, John very kindly bought me a Call of Cthulhu Keeper's book as a gift.
I did. It was in the bring and buy, and it was a sensible price, and it was in a solid condition. Wasn't perfect condition. The spine's a little bit loose, but it wasn't battered and bruised, and it wasn't stupidly priced. So I thought 7th edition.
Yeah.
And the Keeper's book's more useful than the Investigator's book. So I thought, well, there we go. We'll grab it. Yes. And now Iman has his own copy.
You've unleashed havoc upon the world, or anyone who decides to, whenever do run a session, decides to participate.
Well, speaking of releasing havoc, you are aware I've bought the new slipcase Malleus Monstrorum. It's 2 books, a whole book of gods and a whole book of monsters. Yeah. Yes. All their lovely descriptions and powers and abilities that send you insane.
Yeah, you filmed out of the boot of your car quite a few times this weekend.
Yes. We did keep going back to the car and putting things in, and I didn't buy so much on the Saturday though. I spent enough on the Friday. I mean, that Mansions of Madness board game was £60, so I would have spent more.
3,000 people and count it and know that Mike likes sausage.
Ha! Yes. Yeah, it just proves that Smut sells the channel. Yes. That video was just. I think it gained me 4 subs. I don't know what they're expecting from the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3,000 people in the space of 48 hours saw Mike like sausage. Yes. That was just a spur of the moment thing. Mike just sat down beside me, got his hot dog out, and I was like, hold on. So I just got my phone out. Wait, off you go. And he was like, oh God. I was like, yeah, good thought. Yeah. Anyway, he's a good sport. Yes, gentlemen, 70 are beautiful books. 70 they were beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to really getting my teeth into this and learning, what it takes to be a good GM call.
What you will learn very quickly is how many of the rules I ignore.
From what I've read so far, it's like, okay, you don't need to make it this complicated, really.
No. If you run with all the rules, there are some fiddly bits.
It's good to know that they've thought of pretty much everything.
Yeah, I chuck most of those rules out and just.
Yeah, I think
Run with
it's
the
good
basic
to
framework.
read those rules you're going to chuck out, just so that
Mm.
when you need to make a ruling, you have an idea of how to make it reasonable within those rules you do use.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I think before you chuck rules out, you do need to understand what the game's trying to achieve, the basic framework of it, and have a read through a lot of the optional stuff to see what there is there. Because I
Yeah,
don't think you can butcher a game until you have an idea of what it's meant to do.
exactly.
But people don't complain about my butchery of Call of Cthulhu rules too much. So
I think they tend to
I
complain
think
about your butchery of the player characters.
Iman,
especially
though, I mean, Iman, though, I mean, you've started reading the rules and you've learned that I'm actually being quite gentle on the characters.
yes.
If I was to follow the rules as written, it would be a lot more lethal.
Oh yeah, by far. Like it's not even funny. Like we always joke about you being a brutal like GM, but we know that you're nice, really. But like especially after reading that, it's like okay, right, yeah.
Oh, we've got away with it. Yeah, that could have killed. Oh wow, yeah, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, but hey,
And I
anyway,
thought there was a lot of sanity lost before.
mm, anyway, I think I'm gonna get off to bed. I think because it's
Yeah.
gone 1 o'clock here now. Yeah, so cheers for letting me on, Slant.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers, Iman. I see you at Call of
Thanks for
Cthulhu
being here.
tomorrow.
Indeed.
Indeed, and see you, chat. And I'll
Yeah.
catch the rest of your stream tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm probably going to close it soon anyway. So call it. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. This was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And we'll see you next time. Wednesday night, John will be streaming, I imagine.
Yep.
And next Sunday, Intellectual Quandary will be streaming again too.
Yes.
And yeah, take care, everyone.
Thanks for having us, Slan. Appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Speak to you soon.